Good morning, it's me again. Today I've come on to do decks that make me happy via to Tom Benjamin. Um, it was a difficult one because I like all my decks. I don't think there's any that doesn't make me happy. Um, but I chose 5 anyway, and the first one that I'm going to start off with is Tarot of an Enchanted Forest. Of course, you know, there's the backs, you've seen them all. This was in my top 5. I have trimmed mine because it had the white borders and everything, and it's so Rider-Waite based that you just know what the images are by looking at them, so I didn't feel I needed the titles on the card. So this makes me really happy because, let's face it, you know, all these little cute animals, even the darker cards, do you know what I mean? The images of these lovely little critters on them, and I mean sheep, who's, you know, how can you not love sheep? They are just so cute. So cute. So this makes me smile every time I pick it up. The expressions on the face, I mean, look at that. The expressions on the face of them, and just the cuteness just makes you all happy. And this is one of those decks that I didn't think I particularly liked till I saw Kelly Bear showing it, and I just fell in love with it. I mean, it's all this cuteness. I mean, even, like I say, the darker ones, still cute. So that is one of the decks that makes me happy. And the second deck that I've chosen is Tarot in Wonderland. There's the backs, you've all seen this. This makes me happy because it takes me back to childhood. We all loved Alice, or most of us loved Alice in Wonderland, and the stories that go with Alice in Wonderland. And it's so bright and it's so vibrant and brings back so many memories looking through these images. You can not be happy when you're working with these. This is a relatively new deck. I only got this a few weeks back, and I am still working with it at the minute, but it is cute. It makes me happy. It's nice and bright. It's vibrant. And it's just a deck that I have took to, and makes me happy. So that's my second deck that I was going to show you. The next deck that I'm going to show is a new one. I only got it yesterday. Now, I'd seen this one for a while. I've seen them, and I didn't think that it called to me. So I've always passed it by. But just lately, it seems that my energy is pulling me towards Fae energy. Now, even though this isn't classed as a fairy deck, it does remind me of that. And I saw a walkthrough, or no, I saw the top 5 decks that made Shuffle Tarot happy, and this was on there, and I thought, oh, do you know what, I like that, I wonder what that is. Then when I realised it was Joie de Vivre, I thought, oh, and ordered it, and I love it. I absolutely love it. There's the back of it. And it is very similar energy to, and they do look like little Fae to me, to be fair. But I can't put this down since I've got it. I love the images. And I've done a couple of readings with it last night and again this morning. And I think they do really well. They've been spot on. And I loved my interview with the deck. That was very good too. So this, I think, will be a deck that I'm gonna love working with, and probably will end up in my top 5 or something, because I love it. I do love it. So there we go. This is the Joie de Vivre Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. Oh, can't even see that one. I have got another one by Paulina, the Spirit Song, the animal based one, and I absolutely love that deck too. That is so gentle and so cute, but that's not in my top 5 that I've got here, but I do love that one. The next one that I'm gonna, this one is a difficult one, because which one do I choose as my top? Let's go with this one for my next one. Everyday Witch. I adore this deck. It is so whimsical, so cute. I mean, I'm not so struck on the back. I think that they could have made a better thingy of the backs. But the images, and I've been working with this a lot, and the images I just love. They're very whimsical, very cartoony, I suppose. And the cats, the black cats, always there. They're cute. But I've done a lot of work with this deck over the since I've got it really, but especially so over the last few weeks. And you can get some brilliant readings from these. You know, so even though they've got that cuteness and that whimsical look and that cartoony feel to them, they give some really lovely readings. And this is one of my go-to decks now. You know, if somebody gives me a shout and says, Patsy, can you do me a cards? This is the one that I've been pulling out. And I really am enjoying working with them. So that is the Everyday Witch, which is my number 2 deck that makes me happy. Now, the last deck that I've chosen is my all-time favourite deck at the moment. It wasn't in my top 5 because when I did my top 5, I hadn't got this deck then. Again, this is quite a new deck. Lots of my decks are new decks, but this one I've only had a few weeks. And this is another one that I've been working with a lot and doing a lot of readings with. I didn't think that I would like it when I first saw it a couple of years ago, I think it was, because it's all like based, the messages are based on that expressions of the faces and the body language and what have you. And I didn't think I'd ever be able to read with it. But I got it because I just couldn't stop looking at it. And like I said, I seem to be drawn to Fae energy at the minute. And since I've got it, I've not put it down either. I mean, I've given a lot of readings with these, and there's some really lovely readings too. And Tarot of the Hidden Realm, that's the deck I'm talking about. And I just absolutely love this deck, and it makes me so happy. All these beautiful little images of all these Fae energies. I just love it. I enjoy just looking at the images even when I'm not reading with them. It's just one of those decks that I never get fed up of looking at the images. And you always see something different when you go back to it. It's just that nature-based Fae energy that seems to be calling me at the minute. So this is my number 1 deck that makes me happy. They all make me happy for different reasons, but this one just makes me happy on all levels. So that is my top 5 of decks that make me happy. There we go. And I'm sure, again, it will change over time, because if I'd done my top 5 decks now, that would be completely changed to what I'd done a few weeks back when I first started here on YouTube. Just the same as my Oracle decks, so they'll probably change as well, because they're bringing out so many lovely decks just lately, and we're spoilt for choice really. It's a gorgeous card. I love that little boy, or a little girl even, I suppose, but it's just like a little impish little fairy child. It's gorgeous. So they're my top 5 decks that make me happy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.